All right, Sally. Out now.
No, Sally, stay. It's fine.
She's got you exactly where she needs you. Her family steals from us and you pay her to do it.
Dad, I'm asking you to leave.
No, Thomas, I'm leaving.
Sally, it's fine.
I am not gonna come in between you and your father.
What is wrong with you? She has stolen millions of dollars from us.
Just stop! She stole from us, but only because she was forced to, because Bill Spencer stole her career.
And that makes it okay.
No, it doesn't make it okay, but she knows that. Some people learn from their mistakes. Some people don't.
Now, what that's supposed to mean?
You think that I'm this lovesick idiot. Yes, I'm an idiot for ever thinking that I would make it out of your shadow. I do all this work. I create, I design, I do all the grunt work. Yet Steffi gets promoted. Has she ever designed before? No. Yet she is CEO of Forrester Creations. She is running our company with you. Do you have any idea how that makes me feel?
So Sally didn't even know that Bill wrote the article that slammed her.
Yeah, well, maybe she deserved it. I mean, she's not that good, is she?
She's not that bad either.
She's real good at stealing.
I'm not defending Sally. And she's a thief.
And now she stole your brother's heart.
Yeah. I'm worried about Thomas. My brother's under Sally's spell, and it's cost his company a fortune, not to mention what it's doing to him personally.
Yeah, well, somebody needs to straighten that boy out.
I have a feeling somebody's doing that right now.
You wrote that review?
Yeah, you bet I did. And I don't regret one bit of it.
But Jarrett actually thought that Sally had promised.
That's because Jared is a sucker for an underdog. You saw her designs, Brooke. They're horrible.
You're not a fashion designer, Bill.
Thank God. I'm a dream builder. And that woman stood in the way of my biggest one.
Oh, your biggest one.
My second biggest one.
Which Thomas sort of put a hold on.
Yeah. Comes riding in like a knight on a white horse. But in reality, he's a court jester on a donkey. It's almost worth the entertainment to stand back and watch it. But I will get that property. And I will build a skyscraper in this city that is second to none. Just like my bride. I might have to rename it Brooke Tower. You're gonna be by my side through all of it.
So, it's all coming out now? The truth about the bad review?
Yeah, thanks to Liam and his loose lips. Jared tells Liam I wrote the review, and he has to go and blab it to his wife.
There's no secret in a marriage, right?
Well, apparently there's no secret between brother and sister in that clan. Steffi tells Thomas. Thomas runs to Sally, cuts her a check for $100,000 to hold on to the building. Dressmaker was none too pleased about it.
You told Ridge?
He had a right to know what a fool his son was being. So I told him. I don't blame him for being furious either. I mean, if one of my kids did that to me, that'd be it.
Are you kidding me? All this is because you feel you were passed over at Forrester?
No, this is about respect. I have done everything you asked me and more. Hard work and talent. That's what this company was based on. What happened to that?
What happened to that? Steffi works very hard and she's talented.
She's talented at what? Publicity stunts? I'm not bashing my sister, but she is not a designer. Granddad is a designer. He ran the company. You are a designer. I am a designer, yet Steffi is running the company.
Steffi has a presence all over the world.
She has millions of followers. Fantastic.
You'll get your opportunity in time.
Will I, Dad? Will I always just be second or third in line to run the company? Because if so, I deserve to know. I have plans of my own.
Great, Max. E-signatures and wet copies for these, okay? Thank you so
Look,
much.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I did my best. She snuck by Pop at the
What's
gate.
going on?
I need to talk to you about your brother.
You want me to give her the boot?
No, Charlie, not yet.
I was just at Thomas's place when your dad showed up. He was furious.
Of course he was.
Thomas did something wonderful. And I know you don't approve, and I know you don't like me, but if you could at least talk to your father, please. I just want to make sure that I am not any more trouble for Thomas.
Are you sure you're not going to be too busy
For what?
for the wedding?
Is my Brooke feeling neglected?
No, I just know how important this building project is to you.
That's business.
And I'm pleasure.
Well put.
You know, one thing I have to say about Thomas, he is a romantic.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's in love. You saw them in Australia. And then he's speaking on Sally's behalf at the hearing and throwing all this money to her to keep Spectra alive.
Yeah, what you call romance, I call stupidity. And I'll bet you Poser Sr. agrees with me and that he's taking that boy to task right now. And Steffi, she has no patience for Sally's brand of romance.
I mean it. I will never again cause trouble for Thomas or any of you.
Easy to say after he wrote you that check. Got what you wanted from my brother.
It's not like that. What Thomas did changed everything.
Using Forrester's money to keep you afloat.
No, he went up against his family for me after what I did. I've never had anybody show me that kind of support or that kind of love. I will never hurt him again, I swear it. Because of Thomas, I am in business again, but this time I'm going legit. Okay, whatever talent I have, I'm going to make it work. I will repay him for his faith in me.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
And you will. Your entire family will. I want nothing more than for all of us to get along, but I really feel like it's just going in the opposite direction. Is there any chance, Steffi, that all of us could just learn to respect each other? Is there any way that you and I could someday be friends?
All right, let's take a step back for a second. It's not about talent, your talent or Steffi's talent. This conversation is about you selling out your family.
Interesting. I feel like I'm the one that gets sold out here.
You lived a life of privilege. You've had every advantage in the world.
How far has privilege actually gotten me?
You get to design for one of the greatest fashion houses in the world.
I got there based on my talent and my ability, not on my privilege.
And where did you get this ability, son? Where did you get it? And before you say it, I know I haven't been a great father, but I was there. I taught you the same way my father taught me. Decades, Thomas. I was my father's shadow for decades. You think you're the only one that had ambition? No, I had ambition more than you ever will have. You know what else I had? Respect for the family and for this company.
What about respect for me? What about respect for the way that I feel about Sally?
Sally stole from us. It was one of the best collections we've had in years. You should know, you worked on it.
She has done a lot of bad things, yes, but she is willing to pay it all back.
Willing to pay it back how, Thomas? With what? How much money do you have? Because she's gonna keep doing this. She's a Spectra. That's what they do. They steal from the Forresters. They've done it for years. They've done it before you were born. But you know what? I can live with that. What I can't live with is my son turning his back on a company that his father, his grandfather, and his grandmother built. You don't respect this family at all, do you? Because you're a spoiled brat. And your relationship with Sally proves that.
You talk about me betraying the family. Haven't you done the same thing? And Granddad too, for that matter?
Do you hear the words coming out of your mouth right now?
Favoritism. That's the word that's coming out of my mouth right now. Thorne, at one point, wanted the title that you hold, but he was passed over. So was Felicia. So was Kristen. So was I. You don't see it because you are the favorite, Dad. So is Steffi. I know what it's like to be Thorne.
So is that why you sabotaged the company? Because you feel bitter?
I didn't sabotage the company. I saved Sally so she could have a real shot at design. Dad, am I always going to be a second-class citizen in my own family's business? If that's the case, I deserve to know. Maybe there is something else for me, somewhere else for me.
You want to be my friend? Start acting like one.
How? Just name it.
Throw out the check Thomas wrote you. Get out of the fashion business. And most importantly, do not come between my brother and his family. But you won't do that, will you? Because you're not really my friend. You just want to use me. Ever since you moved to LA, it's been about publicity stunts, crashing my wedding, crashing my cousin's wedding.
I didn't crash your wedding, Steffi. Thomas invited me.
Okay. Look, I am glad you're not in prison. But don't expect anything else. You took advantage of my brother, you took advantage of your sister. You have no concept of family, like to have someone's back. And Coco is proof of that.
Okay, what I did to my sister was wrong, and I'm making amends for it, and what I did to your company. Look, I'm not anywhere close to perfect, but I never claimed to be. But I do love Thomas, and I want what's best for him.
If you want what's best for Thomas, then get out of his life.
Wow, they call me harsh. You know, I've had a few hard knocks, Steffi.
Bill's article, yeah, that was wrong.
Yeah, it took away my hopes and my dreams and my self-confidence.
And turns you into a criminal. There's no excuse for what you did to us, so don't even suggest it.
I'm not. I made a bad choice, and I paid for it.
No, Thomas paid for it. He got you out of prison, and he wrote you a check. It's like my grandmother used to say, it's like, you specters, you fight for respect. But as long as your MO is lying and stealing, then it's not gonna happen.
I may not have your class, and maybe not your integrity, but I'm trying, Steffi. I'm working on myself.
No, you're working Thomas, and I'm not gonna allow it. You're not using me, and I'm not gonna let you use Thomas again. You're just a thief. And I will not let Thomas fall into your clutches. That I can promise you.
So you really see nothing romantic about Thomas and Sally?
You hiding pom-pom somewhere, anywhere here?
No, what?
Something I can't see? You sound like their cheerleader.
Okay, don't get me wrong. What she did to Forrester was despicable.
Uh-huh.
And what she did to her little sister, that was even worse.
Right.
But the fact that Thomas could get past all of that.
Save her from jail and from me.
Exactly.
Want me to save you from jail? Go rob a bank. I'll be there for you.
Oh, my hero.
No. Just a man who can't get enough of you. How's RJ holding up through everything?
You mean our engagement?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's trying to wrap his head around it, and I don't know. He just wants me to be happy.
Well, I want the same thing. And you will be. And you know I'll go the extra mile for that kid, right?
I know you will. And I'll do the same for you. So now that your building is in limbo, what happens now with the wedding? I know that you said you wanted to wait.
Oh, no, I don't want to wait another second. I want to get married right now.
Okay, I know you've been very understanding. So yeah, just tell me when and where. And I will become your wife.
So we'll live at my place.
I like that. So where are we getting married?
You'll see.
You're gonna keep me guessing, huh?
Yeah, as are you. One of the countless things I love about you. Wherever it is, it'll be very significant to both of us.
No doubt about that.
No more waiting, Brooke. I want it to be right away. We waited long enough.
Do you have any idea what it takes to be CEO?
I'd imagine I know as much as Steffi does, if not more.
You don't. And you're missing one key ingredient. Good judgment.
Oh.
You just don't have it.
Come on, Dad. You have made plenty of sketchy judgment calls in your time based in love. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if the reason Brooke isn't marrying you is because of a sketchy judgment call.
Oh, yeah, I've made plenty of mistakes in my life. But I don't remember ever giving money to a company that stole from us.
Those days are behind them.
Is that right? Why is that? Because Sally said it was so and you believed her? Bad judgment.
She is going to pay us back for everything that she
With
stole.
what, Thomas? We just had this conversation. With what?
Does it not mean anything to you that I love that woman?
You love her now. Okay. Well, I gotta tell you, man, I can't do this. I can't talk to you, and I don't think I can work with you. So you know what? Until you figure this out, why don't you take a break from Forrester?
What are you saying?
You're fired.
Are you serious right now?
Am I serious? You think you can just come at me, demand things, disrespect your sister, question my authority? No, it's not gonna happen. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get back that money, you're gonna get rid of Sally, and you're gonna get your head on straight. You do that, we'll talk about you coming back to Forrester.
So you're vowing to come between me and Thomas.
Well, my brother deserves better.
Better than what? Your highbrow country clubs and your fancy destination weddings? Yeah, okay. No, I can't give him any of that.
I couldn't care less about your superficialities that you deem so important. I care what's best for my brother, and that is quality and integrity, none of which you have.
Oh, okay, and you're the poster child for all of that, right?
Not necessarily. But I draw the line at stealing people's work.
Then we have something in common because I won't be doing any more of that.
We have nothing in common.
I may not be good enough for you. And Spectra, no, okay? It's not the gleaming monument that Forrester represents. It may be shabby and roach-infested, but I had to start somewhere, so I started at the bottom. Stumbled along the way, but I am not giving up.
Bravo for you, but I'm done here.
Thomas believes in me. We have something very special.
Yes. Very special for you. Complete with a bunch of dollar signs attached. My brother will see the light when you darken it for him, and if he doesn't, I will just point out your considerable flaws.
I will not let you come between me and Thomas. You know what? I was hoping that it wouldn't come to this. I was hoping that maybe you would show me some sort of charity, but obviously it's not a part of your repertoire.
Don't you dare talk to me about charity and goodness, all these wonderful virtues that you lack.
You know, it's so easy to talk about virtue and grace when you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Some of us had to scramble and claw and hustle. I admit what I did was wrong. But don't you declare war on me, Steffi. You do not want to do that.